Welcome to today's session. We're going to see about solar energy utilization. Under the subject, we're going to discuss thermal energy, the source of energy from thermal aspects. The thermal energy, temperature and heat. Temperature is related to average kinetic energy of particles in a suspense. Is known as a thermal energy. This diagram we discussing about the atoms in an object are in constant motion. Some heat is generated to the thermal energy. This is a unit for the temperature. K equal to C plus 223 minus. This is the equation. The thermal energy is a total of all kinetic and potential energy of hot particles in a suspense. Thermal energy relationships. As the temperature increases, so does thermal energy because the kinetic energy of particles is increased, even if the temperature does not change. Thermal energy in a more massive suspense is higher because it is a total measure of energy is known as thermal energy. The slide we are going to discuss about the thermal energy is a portion of thermodynamic or internal energy of a system that is responsible for the temperature of the system. Thermal energy of the system scales with its size and therefore extensive property. It not a state of a system unless the system has been constructed so a lot there is changes the internal energy due to the thermal energy. As a result, heat transfer occurs. Otherwise, the thermal is a independent on the way method by which the system obtains its the temperature. For example, the macroscopic thermodynamics description, thermal energy is a system which is given by its constant volume, specific heat capacity Ct. Temperature coefficient also the thermal capacity at any absolute temperature T. Heat capacity of the function of the thermal energy itself is a typically measured and signified for the sentence standard conditions. Specific amount of suspense, molar heat capacity or mass units, specific heat capacities. Thermal deals with the thermal power plants. Cooler range or heat energy or hotter range. The main source of output is the power. The input is heat or sunlight or any sources. For the heat engine, change in energy equal to heat added means work done. For the cooler range, entropy equal to heat added divided by the temperature Q by T. Thermal power plant, the Reliance thermal station, the photo shows thermal power plant in Maharashtra. This is the world's largest thermal power plant was constructed by our Indian government. Next, Ramdam thermal power plant in Andhra Pradesh and Rachur thermal plant in Karnataka, Cobra thermal plant in Madhya Pradesh, Frokkal thermal plant in West Bengal. The few thermal plants are located in India. The almost thermal plants are found almost in all states. The first uses thermal energy. The amount of energy is production is the main role of the thermal energy. Large amount of fossil fuels are burned every day in power stations to heat up the water to produce the steams which further runs turbines to generate the electricity. The turbines plays a major role for generating electricity.